Hello, my name is Richard Duxbury, VP of Commercial Partnerships at Fluid Ads. My talk today is all about finding and targeting the unseen audiences online to help your brand connect with exactly the right consumer and grow your business by increasing sales. Let's get started by looking at some great adverts. These powerful images are some great examples of display advertising, and they remind us just how powerful great creative and messaging can be. They were made famous through print and outdoor billboards. Can the same impact be achieved digitally? We're going to use a fluid theme to guide you through our talk with watery analogies to explain the important concepts when designing digital marketing strategies. Our first analogy is the marketing iceberg, the idea that there's an audience that's invisible to you. You will all know about the active audience. They are searching for keywords, products or services, or looking for your brand right now. You target these searches with pay-per-click ads and search engine marketing. However, there are several limitations with solely relying on this strategy. Firstly, there's a limit to the volume of people actively searching. Secondly, the SEM landscape is complex and very competitive. And finally, it can be extremely expensive to win the bidding for these audiences. What I'm going to explain today is that these potential customers, this active audience, is just the tip of the iceberg. Looking back at the iceberg, it may well be an oversimplification, but the point is accurate. The larger proportion of any available audience is passive. What do we mean by passive? Well, they may well not have heard of your brand. They are not searching for your product or typing in your usual keywords. They could, however, be the perfect fit customer, and they can be very cost effective to target. I'm going to tell you about the digital ad tech and the strategies for finding and targeting these hidden audiences. But first, a reminder of where digital display sits in the customer journey. We're all familiar with a typical customer journey. Here I've illustrated it as a funnel with 5 stages. I know there are many other ways to think about it, but this diagram will suit our needs for today. What I want to draw attention to is the often overlooked brand awareness stage at the very top of the funnel. This stage is the essential first step for a consumer to become a customer. Every business, every brand needs to continually fill the funnel by driving brand awareness. It's the fuel for your sales pipeline. We do, however, often get fixated by conversion, which is the next stage down the customer journey. Especially at a time of greater focus on ROI, we can put all our focus on the intent customer to win the conversion and, of course, the all-important revenue. You could say you are fishing in the same pond, time and time again. Focusing on a passive audience made up of new prospects allows you to freshen up the pond that you are fishing in and grow your customer base. ROI shouldn't be your only measure of success for digital advertising. And when it comes to digital display campaigns, your metrics of success should reflect the objectives of those campaigns, such as winning reach and engagement with brand new audiences. Returning to our watery theme, here's the vast ocean, which represents the scale of the potential digital audience out there. It's difficult to know where to start if it can feel overwhelming, and it can gobble up your budget. How on earth do you start to target the people of most importance to your products and services without spending heaps of budget on millions of ad impressions? Don't fear, this is where digital advertising technology comes into play. There are lots of software solutions to get the right ad with the right message to the right person, driving brand awareness. The key to enabling software is knowing what's possible, and the best way to implement it for digital display is all about using the right targeting tactics. With the right targeting plan comes clarity. There are multiple ways to find exactly what you are looking for. Whether it's the coral or the clownfish, your ideal customers are there, it's just about getting in front of them. So how do we do that in the digital world? There are all sorts of digital tactics to target your ideal customer. We are going to focus on the most popular ones. Location, where they have visited in the physical world. Keywords, what they've been researching online. And content, what they've been reading online. Lookalike audiences, the ability to target people who mimic those who have engaged strongly. Applying targeting allows you to build an audience that meets certain criteria, and then you can tailor your message to them. It's worth noting that very rarely does one single tactic result in the response desired, but a combination of suitable tactics is far more effective at reaching your ideal audience and engaging. Our data shows that on average, layering 5 tactics is the magic number to winning reach and engagement. In other words, it's the filtering you apply, keeping people that are good fit customer and filtering out people that don't match your criteria. Let's have a look at some of the specific tactics or filters you can apply. Geofencing. This is the technology that allows us to target an audience by their location in the physical world. This is different from geo-targeting, which is targeting cities, countries, or regions. Geofencing is where a fence or boundary is drawn on a map. Once a user passes into that area, the audience criteria is met and a digital marker is placed on them. You can then serve them relevant ads on whatever device they are using. Looking at our planet, here a marine biologist wants to track blue whales, so we'll identify and target them based on their migration routes in the oceans. Drawing a fence around their 3 known migration routes allows them to be marked as they swim through this zone. There are many real-life uses of this technology. Here are some examples. Increased brand awareness with concentrated spend. For example, a sporting goods store could geofence a sports stadium, creating an audience of sporting fans. Identify high concentrations of potential customers. A university could geofence colleges and high schools to promote their courses to pupils making choices about their higher education. Or a tourist attraction could geofence local hotels and visitor centres. Target locations for recruitment. A company looking to attract talent could geofence their competitors, highlighting key differentiators between them and their competitor. And finally, targeting your competitors' stores, promoting a price matching offer or other promotional idea to lure customers who are looking to buy. This targeting is not available via Google Display Network. You need a specialist ad tech platform like Fluid Ads to serve geofencing ads. It's much more powerful and accurate than geo IP targeting, which relies on Wi-Fi IP because geofencing uses cellular mass signals, which are extremely accurate. We find this tactic reduces waste significantly because the location criteria identifies excellent fit customers using their real-life behavior. A person's digital habits, for example, content engagement, highlights they are someone of interest. In the sea, a species' behavior defines their characteristics. The whale on the surface is looking for plankton hotspots. The anglerfish will be searching for torch batteries. Audience targeting is the same idea, using people's behavior to allow you to build your own audience segments that meet certain criteria and then target your message to them. Audience keyword targeting takes a user's online behavior, like browser history, sites visited, searches, and so on, to determine the ads they are served. Contextual targeting shows your ads on specific websites, which feature content or topics you have specified. These are slightly broader tactics compared to geofencing. The key to these tactics is to get exposure on a wide variety of sites that are relevant, so you are introducing your brand to new audiences and building awareness. Once you have designed your best advertising campaign, balancing with just the right amount of targeting tactics to drive reach and your first touch marketing goals, you'll start seeing engagement. These prospects can be nurtured through to sale. When these results start to appear, you can analyze the profile of the responses and really understand the audience you are resonating with. This is key data that you can use to go out and find more people that look just like them. These are your lookalike audiences. This type of targeting can be limited when the initial targeted audience is very specific or niche because the lookalike pool may be very small. So it's important to continually collate more data on new segments so you can scale your campaigns and benefit from displaying your ad to more customers who share similar attributes with these best performing audience segments. Display can drive immediate response, but we know that a potential customer rarely makes a purchase as the result of a single click campaign. The nature of a passive audience is that a proportion of them will not be in buying mode right now at this moment, but when they are ready, they are much more likely to engage with you. Your brand awareness campaign drives brand recall, which in turn drives increased engagement. For example, the impact of digital display is often seen through a channel like Google Ads by increasing response seen in pay-per-click campaigns. Digital advertising is a way to nurture your buyers before and after they become consumers. Finally, just like different fish are attracted to different bait, people respond to different creative and messaging. There is an element of trial and error, but unlike the days of print, clever ad platforms can A/B test, allowing the data to highlight your best performing ads for each audience. This optimization is key to driving your results even higher. In summary then, tactics should be combined for the best results. Campaign results will improve over time as the data informs the tech which direction to go. Always think about brand awareness to fuel your sales funnel. There's an enormous potential marketplace online. Use clever digital tactics in your targeting. And finally, there are specialist companies who can help you get started or take a more in-depth involvement in your strategy. That's it from me. Hope you've enjoyed the talk. If you'd like further information, please visit fluidads.com.